Okay, we're queued up. So these are the finals. Each one of these teams will at least get $1,500, but these games determine who's going home with $3,000. This is Molten-WoW, Wrath of the Lich King, Beyond Rape and Shit.
Yeah, they are guaranteed money for their performance so far in the tournament, so.
We appreciate you guys watching. Please follow.
Absolutely. It's been a lot of fun. And
we'll have another. Yeah, tomorrow's the Cataclysm tournament. Let's see how these two teams go. Each one of these teams has just steamrolled through just about everyone. So it's going to be actually really interesting to see these two teams go head-to-head against each other.
Absolutely.
In an epic battle for first place.
Two teams, woman victory.
We'll see, man. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You have a lot of faith in this Prot Warrior, and I want to. I just know from my personal perspective how scary MLS is for the Warrior. But because he is Prot, he might be able to tank a little bit extra damage, and he's got that extra control that might make the difference. Not to mention some serious burst damage. Q Pot for our very first game. Let's get in there.
I have faith in this Prot Warrior. I have no idea how this MLS is really going to react, I guess, is the best word to a Prot Warrior. But if I think they could definitely handle him and just go on the Prot Warrior and just aids him, because he has near no resilience.
Yeah, I am honestly expecting some healer, if not training from PvEworksfine, at least some healer swaps. But you're right, when casters see a Warrior, definitely training that Warrior is an option. And a good one, especially if he's going to be in your team wreaking havoc if you don't.
Yeah, so this guy definitely is going to be wanting to play very defensive, and it's going to be hard for him to ever go offensive. You know, a good defense is a good offense. It enables you to actually play offensive, but you know, with that resilience he just doesn't have against an MLS and the amount of CC, good luck. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how they handle it. Looks like they definitely want to play bottom against this team. MLS, just all the CC and you know, line of sight that's needed to survive against them.
Probably a good
Patchwork and these guys definitely want to stay at the bottom. And this MLS knows that they have that advantage. They want to play top.
Yep. So they're gonna see what they can do from the top. If they decide to go down to the bottom, they'll probably be going down as a team, really looking to make something happen right off the bat. Shifton is not interested in getting anywhere close to them. Oh, the pet kind of ambles out there a little bit. It almost gets roasted.
I think it'll be alright. That health funnel is just going ham.
Yeah, health funnel and the Druid's healing him as well, so he's looking good so far. Right, Terry, taking a little bit of damage from that, though.
Yeah, this MLS is just going to tickle.
Yep.
They're just going to tickle this Warrior a little bit here and there.
Wait for their chance to really get in there and strike. Like I said, Pathmark, he'll just sit back until the real battle begins. All this poking and tickling, as you say, is not something he's interested in.
Oh yeah.
Cock and Lock. He does jump down. Cock and Lock jumps down with the Shadow Fury. Here and just on cue, Pathmark runs in. Wow, Cock and Lock took a lot of damage from that.
Rytiri actually gets defrozen into a polymorph. It looks like they're on Patchmark, and Patchmark is just out in the open. He's on games, he's on the mage right now, but I feel like with Patchmark in the open here, he should be taking damage any second. Yeah. There's a Spell Reflect, there's a Shadow Fury.
He missed the Chaos Bolt Shadow Reflect, unfortunately. The Spell Reflect. Sitting about 50% health, gets deep, Dispel out of the deep, very good Dispel, that could have been really scary. Cock and Lock taking a lot of damage, but so is Pathmark.
Pathmark is fully hotted right now, and his blooms are about to tick. He should be. Actually, never mind. He has no hots now. His blooms just tick, but Games is low too. Everyone's actually really in trouble right now, and Games is in huge trouble. Gosh. He has the ice block.
He might. No.
Or he just got healed to full somehow.
The bravery. No block. He says, I trust my healer here. But nobody has any trinkets on PvEworksfine, and ZYC is caught in a cyclone right now. But Cock and Lock ports up, and he's all good. Really solid pressure coming out from the WLD right now. This is not what I expected, honestly. They seem to be a little bit of the other hand. Are they going to risk going up against this team? Looks like they will. All right, here we go. A little bit of a change here. Change of position, at least.
Games X is getting fully dotted. Here comes his Prot Warrior with his Mighty Warrior dick. Yep. And he's going to be on Knock and Lock. He's got him in a full stun and probably a silence out of it. Right, Tyrion's in a full poly. Shifting got improved CS. There's a deep freeze on Pathmark. This could be huge damage. And it seems like he got an AoE fear to kind of stop some of the burst or some shit. I don't know.
He does get that reflect up too. Reflects a nice little combo back onto Games. but he wants to intervene away. Probably look for some LOS here while his healer is in that fear. Really heads up play there. Getting back on Cock and Lock, even though the Earth Shield is on him, still wants to keep his damage up while he can. Really want to make the most out of that Warlock spread pressure by keeping the pressure up himself. Ooh, making a swap to Games here. Full dots on Games. Going for that Polymorph. Throws up a Spell Reflect. Doesn't get anything but an Ice Lance with it. Good try, though.
They're having a hard time doing damage to this Pathmark guy. JK, everybody's in a full defreeze. I think he had to trinket that. And he goes back to the pillar as fast as he can. They're having a hard time getting damage on Path because when he has Hots up, they just can't kill him.
Yeah.
They need to get him when he doesn't have Hots, and that's what they did right there.
Rhytier's taking a lot of damage. Good double Shockwave there to try to protect his partner. But he's still taking quite a bit of damage. Yeah, they're switching on Rhytier for sure.
Pathmark's in a full Polymorph right now. Chipkin's in a full Fear. Rhytier, it's a 3v1.
This is scary. Death Coil on Rhytier. ZYC's even helping with some damage right now. Looks like he can go down. Wow, really good setup there.
Pathmark in a full Poly. Chipkin's in a full Fear. Rhytier in a Death Coil while taking Matpoo Steeps.
Look at this positioning.
Really?
Look at the positioning that PvEworksfine was able to figure out. They had a nice little triangulation right here. They had a little bit of a slope there to sit behind for the healer to sit behind. Let the mage play a little bit just to almost bait on the ramp, which allowed their Warlock to get in the mix when he needed to and port up when he was in trouble. So that was really smart play by them. Really good positioning there. And like we talked about a little bit earlier in the match, like positioning was definitely going to make a difference. And we saw some really smart positioning, really patient gameplay by PvEworksfine, and that's going to get them the first game. So really an exciting game there.
It's a trap!
Yeah, Patrick the best. They had a really strong start, but it almost as if like PvEworksfine was like, yep, you're doing good, yep, keep overextending a little bit. And finally caught them in a position where they didn't want to be in, unfortunately, and they were able to score a kill with double CC, as you noticed. It was awesome.
Oh, I think what was happening was the MLS was just burning trinkets. Getting this guy's trinket, getting that guy's trinket. You got that Warrior's trinket and that Deep Freeze. And they got the Warrior. Like, that Resto Druid doesn't have a Dispel. Resto Druids do not have Dispel in Wrath of the Lich King. So when they get that Warrior in a Polymorph, they're relying on the Warlock to have his 8-second Dispel, or it's like an 8-second cooldown to dispel that Poly. It's ballsy.
Yeah. I liked that match. That was a well-played match by both teams, I think. The question is how is Patrick the Best going to respond to that loss? I'm trying to think of what I think what Patrick the Best needs to do in order to get their win is a lot similar to what the MLS has to do to get their win. Is they're going to need to find some form of cross CC, because as we talked about so many times before, they do lack the Mortal Strike. So in order to make that dot pressure really matter, they're going to have to CC the healer and another DPS just to really limit the damage and limit the healing ability of the other healer to make that damage stick. They're running out in the middle.
Well, here we go. We're starting off. Looks like Pathmark and them are really kind of targeting that mage, and it's really just a poke and tickle here at the very beginning. No one really wants to initiate.
Yeah, there was a time in the last match where you thought we both thought that the mage was gonna have to ice block, but that was really as close as they got to a kill, to be honest. I think sticking on that mage is probably a good idea here. Once those dots get rolling, that mage is gonna be pretty squishy, especially for an Orban stacking warrior. Just whether you can catch him is the problem. Pathmark gets deep freezed here. No dispel. Does get feared a little bit of appeal there. That was good.
Looks like Chipkin needs to start getting some hots rolling out. We've got dots on the pet. Pet's gonna be getting aids a little bit here and there. And Games is dropping down a half, but that burst healing from that Resto Shaman is ridiculous. Yeah. Full dots on Chipkin. Chipkin could actually take a lot of damage here.
This is what we were talking about earlier. A swap to Chipkin. This is really scary here. I don't know when the cooldown of Deep Freeze is back up, but that could have been terrible because he did get Shadow Fury into a Death Coil there. Very scary stuff. Gets Bark Skin out of him. At least. Games X, though, dropping down to 50% health. Really good peeling with the Shadow Fury by Cock and Lock.
Yeah, we see Pathmark taking a little bit of damage. We got a full fear on Rhytier and no outs. His pet's just slowly ticking away from these dots. His pet's actually taking some shatters here and there. They're trying to kill it. Pathmark in a full poly. Just got out, trying to get some peels, keep that pet alive. That pet is really crucial. Yeah. And they're actually trying to swap some pressure over to Knock and Lock, getting him to about half health. But he's going to get picked back up.
Games X has a lot of dots. Looks like the Warrior's looking at him. Does reflect the Frostbolt here. But he's going to be sitting in so many Novas, it's really hard to build that pressure because of the slow and the polymorphs. and the Novas. It's really frustrating as a warrior to try to keep damage up, even though your Warlock is really keeping the dot pressure up. If you can't attack anything ever, there's really only one person playing the game, and a lock alone isn't going to be able to kill this.
Rytiri is just sitting in these polymorphs as this druid doesn't have a dispel. Now Rytiri is in a full fear, and Pathmark is just getting AIDS. His health is just leaving slowly, and these hots are just not really cutting it. Chipkin still getting CC, or having no dispel for the CC on Rytiri. Rytiri can't get that AoE pressure out like their Warlock is doing.
Looks like he's trying to make. Looks like Pathmark's making the decision a little bit to hit Cockenlock more, because I mean he just has more uptime, less Novas to deal with. But Cockenlock is pretty tanky with that Earth Shield right now, and definitely with the peels of the Mage, just is really easy to polymorph him off. And then you only have, you know, a 2v3 going on. So we gotta find a way for this warrior to get some uptime. And as soon as he does, he can hit this Mage and hits him quite hard. Gets the Earth Shield swap over there. But these polymorphs are just gonna keep coming. Luckily, Rytiri is fearing and CSing as many of them as he can, but
there goes a fear onto the fear from Warrior, or Pathmark's fear onto ZYC. He had to tremor that, and now they're on Games at half. Warrior just silence ZYC. Yeah. Games is at full right now, but fully dotted. He can get bursted any second. He might have to blow some cooldowns. He's at 8,000, 10,000. There's an ice block.
All right, Cockenlock is feared. ZYC is also stunned by the Warrior here, so there's one ice block down.
Oh, but Knockenlock is at 8k, 4k, 10k, 16k, Death Coil. He's back to full.
Yeah.
The swap didn't quite do it, but it really got some cooldowns there.
And that
ZYC's...
that damage we're seeing is because Chifton is finally getting a chance to cast some clones instead of just pouring healing in. So now we're gonna see this WLD really start setting up their
CC.
Knockenlock's
at 7k, 7k.
Yeah.
He might go down. ZYC's at half. Everyone's getting kind of low. They're getting so much pressure. This is huge.
Yeah.
Knockenlock is just barely getting away, but the swap to ZYC got him in a full stun. He's at 10k, 6k. Still going down. 3k, so
wow! That's what I'm talking about. This is what we've seen all tournament from this WLD, is there is a very, very clear point in the arena match when Chifton is finally able to help out with the CC, and it is that point when you start seeing members of the enemy team in Cyclones that the entire enemy team starts rotting. And that's when the Warrior can use both stuns, a silence, and get a kill, just like we saw there. That was beautiful. Really well played. I'm really glad to see Patrick the Best playing the way that has made them into that has gotten them into the finals so far. Really solid play from both teams, and it's tied up now in the finals of the Molten International Tournament. Very good job.
Pathmark has had enough.
Yeah, man. That's what I like to see. A little return to what worked for them before. That's what we needed out of them. Very good job. I'm definitely rooting for one of these two teams. I'm definitely rooting for the Warrior. You know me.
Pathmark and shit.
Yeah, can't help it. Although I do enjoy watching this MLS play. They play well, but you know, if there's a Warrior
the setups are really impressive.
Yeah. They're not just relying on pure burst damage like the LA Shaman teams. They're actually using some setup here.
The way this game is working is this MLS is just like taking advantage of the fact that this druid doesn't really have a solid he doesn't have a dispel, period. All they have is that 8-second cooldown dispel that takes away one debuff from that warlock, which sucks dick. Yeah. So they're taking advantage of that by spam polying, spam fearing DPS. Absolutely. They don't just need to CC the resto druid. Because CCing the resto druid, those hots are still going to be up, so they just relieve pressure and just keep fucking people in the asshole.
But once the druid got a chance to cast clones, that's when shit got real.
Exactly.
We'll have to look out for that again.
It was a really defensive game on the whole Prot Warrior team, but as soon as they got their chance, you know,
they made that pressure count. All right, here we go. Game 3 of this series. Whoever wins this game is going to be one game away from taking home the finals. Let's see what they bring to the table. There it is. Same map that we just saw these guys on, so they know what they're doing here.
They got their chance. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, buddy. Here we go, team. Game pants. Yeah.
Alright, here we go. The battle has begun. Patrick the Best versus PvEworksfine starting off. Ooh, look at GamesX really getting in there right off the bat. Misses his Nova, but that's alright. Cast a Frostbolt, it's all good.
Looks like Pathmark is trying to get on GamesX immediately. But he's just getting Nova'd in Africa. He's having no fun. And there's a full poly. He has to sit that. There's no way he's getting dispelled.
Yeah. Reflect on poly doesn't matter, just cast another one. GG.
Yep.
Alright.
It looks like they're getting a knock-in lock who's getting fully dotted, but everything just got dispelled. I think he had to have eaten a UA for that. No, never mind, I'm retarded.
Yeah, Warrior's just trying to hit whatever he can here, which I think that's the right idea. We do see a Shockwave and a Death Coil onto GamesX. He does blink the Shockwave, so he gets out of dodge there. But Cock-and-Lock right now is taking
his
a little bit
DBW
more
front.
damage.
He full stuns the Shaman, and Shaman I think has to trinket that to keep up knock-in lock. Knock-in lock just dipped really low to about 40% there.
Really solid burst there. Right here he does eat a sheep there, so the damage is going to be a little bit more controlled for the moment. At least no new dots coming out.
And there goes the Shockwave onto everyone, and a full clone onto knock-in lock.
Nice.
He's out of the game. They're going to be going on GamesX, who's got some dots, and Pathmark has some trinkets procced in there. He has some retarded damage, but back into knock-lock, they got a shield silence and everything, and ZYC is in a full fear.
Oh
this
my
could
gosh,
be the
this
game.
could be bad. Yeah, Chifton looking for
100%.
those early clones, and I think that's going to help out their team a lot because those clones are really what starts to put every team they fought behind. So we see another clone on Cock-and-Lock. This is good for them.
And from them, they force CS or NS heal from ZYC, and they're gonna go back on a games.
Taking so much damage here. Gets in a Shockwave. Not sure if he has a blink or not. He's just gonna go ahead and Ice Block there. And Pathmark immediately turns onto the Warlock.
Pathmark just putting so much pressure on whoever he goes on. Knock-and-Lock has full dots. He doesn't really have any outs. There's no NS. If they get some good CC on the Shaman, that's an easy kill. But here's Bloodlust from ZYC.
Man. Yeah, we gotta watch
out. A lot
for
of pressure
this.
coming in. Pathmark dipping to half.
Good Shockwave there.
These Hots are just keeping him up there. They're just so strong. They need to get that Druid and a CC. But it's so difficult because they can't play him. But they get a full fear on the Chipton. If they can get some big pressure right here on Pathmark, we see Last Stand and Enraged Regeneration because he knows the damage is coming in. But on
GamesX, both DPS, there's the second Ice Block. Such good pressure here. We see Chipton get ZYC and another full clone back there while the DPS were dueling. So that's going to put them behind. ZYC then gets a Howl of Terror on him. So this could be a chance for this dot pressure to really start to stack up against PvEworksfine.
Holy shit. Knocklock is half. This kid is fucked. He hates everyone. He's gonna call his mom. He's so fucked. There's no way. I don't believe it. Where's his health? I lost him.
He does silence ZYC there. ZYC is still sitting in a stun. The Warrior, they're standing so close to the Warrior. If the Warrior is able to get a double Shockwave here, that could be so crucial.
I feel like I really hate to be Knocklock. He's in a full Shockwave. The pet is like ZYC's trying to keep that pet alive. Full clone on ZYC. This is huge right now.
They turn on to GamesX. This could be it for GamesX. He blinks. Intervenes to his teammate. Intervenes to his teammate. Gets Death Coiled. Oh, the plays. Doesn't quite score the kill after that play. That was beautiful though. The intervene plus the Death Coil.
Knocklock's gonna get that. He's at 10K.
Knock-and-Lock's taking damage now.
It's still 8K.
Oh, he's deep frozen though. This could be bad. Oh, the heals come in.
Oh god, he's at 12K now.
Everybody's still low. If they could land a Shockwave here on ZYC. Beautiful! There's the Shockwave that we needed!
Shockwave of the world! Fully dotted, 16K, 13K.
The Cyclone lands on ZYC. Full Cyclone on ZYC. They've got to get the kill here.
He is so fucked.
They've got to get the kill here. Staying alive, barely. They might want to turn the pressure back on the games. They might want to turn the pressure back on the games.
How are you not dead?
He wants to stick on Cock-and-Lock.
Die! Die, you fuck!
Still trying to cast Fear. Still trying to kill for himself.
2K, die! What do you
mean? The Drain Soul ticks! Patrick the best. What play at the end. Man, those early Cyclones really helped them build the pressure. Holy moly. And then that double Cyclone. Man, really good play. I mean, not double Cyclone, double Shockwave from Pathmark. Man, that's some beautiful play from both teams, but it's just such a blast watching this Warrior just tear these guys up. Really good play from the Warlock, too.
No, I was confused. He wasn't dead. I don't know what's going on. Like, he wasn't dead he lived 30 seconds more than he should have. He was dead on my screen. I don't know about you. He was dead on my screen,
man,
so I don't know what's going on.
Earth Shield plus Warlock, man, that's strong stuff, but not strong enough. Patrick the Best takes another game. They're one game away from winning this tournament. Holy moly. Alright. So, it is 1-2. Patrick the Best, one game away from winning this tournament. PvEworksfine facing an uphill battle. They got to win 2 games back-to-back. Can't lose. Got to go 2-0 to win this tournament. Both teams playing such excellent World of Warcraft here.
That was great. That was really annoying, though. I'm embarrassed, because I'm like, he's so fucked, and then he's alive. Like, stop embarrassing me, okay?
You can't ever doubt a Warlock with Earthshield, man. They live forever.
My mom's watching this shit right now, and I don't like it. No, don't embarrass me. Cute poop.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
get in. So, what is the score? It's What is it?
It's 1-2 in favor of the WLD.
1-2.
They've got one game to win it all. But PvEworksfine, like I said, faces an uphill battle. They got to win 2-0, no losses if they want to stay in this. All right, man.
Like, it's just, this Prot Warrior just makes this game so ridiculous because he just has no resilience, but he makes it to where you don't have resilience either because he one-shots you.
There's so much
one-shot you.
So much mobility and control and damage out of a Prot Warrior. All they're lacking is MS, but man, it's fun to watch a good Prot Warrior.
It is.
All right, man. So this is the map where PvEworksfine figured out a trap to lay for Patrick the Best, and it worked out and it gave them the win. We'll see if they use a positioning trap like that again, or if Patrick the Best is gonna play a little bit smarter. They're just getting right in there. They're not even letting them establish. Pathmark usually spends most of the game just sitting on the bottom, waiting for the Wizards to do their thing, but he's right in there now.
Here comes Pathmark onto Knock and Lock, getting the Sunders and getting full dots on him. Immediately just starting to build up some pressure. Knock and Lock just... he's having a really hard time healing through this, not to mention the pet's taking damage and ZYC's dotted. Everyone's dotted, and Pathmark is in a full poly. Hopefully that'll let him recover here.
Yeah. What I'm looking for is some early Cyclones like we saw last game. They're just polymorphing Pathmark, keeping him in poly. Don't want to let him get some pressure out. They want to gain a pressure advantage at the beginning of this match. But as soon as he gets out of that polymorph, he's chunking games. I mean, he's chunking Cock and Lock down to about 60% health here.
They use a deep freeze defensively on Pathmark. That's what's making this so good for them, is they're making them use all their offensive abilities defensively, such as deep freeze. There's a Shadow Fury, everything. Games is taking damage. There's a full poly on the Path. They're just fleeing for their fucking pansy-ass lives.
Yeah, they're getting what they want here, these early Cyclones. But all the PvEworksfine is doing right now is peeling. They're just trying maybe get somebody to, you know, impatiently trinket something stupid, and that could help them out later on down the line. But yeah, Patrick the Best definitely looking to be aggressive here.
Here comes some nuts damage on a Knock and Lock. They knocked him down to about half health, and he's still taking ridiculous damage with Pathmark all over him. Path is just CC'd like no other though, with Novas and Fears and Polys.
Yeah, I was wondering why they weren't hitting the mage as much. In the past couple matches they hit the mage a lot, and now they seem to be focusing more on Cock and Lock. But looks like GamesX does get the Earth Shield. It might just immediately switch back to Cock and Lock. Switching with Earth Shield is a really effective strategy, and it's doing really big work right now. Cock and Lock dropping so low.
And there's a deep freeze on Path, another defensive deep freeze. They just can't get a single offensive one. And ZYC is just having to heal everyone.
How's his mana looking?
This mana's about...
Mana's alright.
It's alright, but you're just seeing him cast heals after heals. There's so many people taking damage. Path is CC'd with a poly right out. Chiptian. Oh, by right here, he's actually bursting to about half. They're going to try and turn the tide here. But there comes the Swiftman.
Ooh, big shockwave. DBW procs. Who they're going to use it on? It's a charge on ZYC for CC. Can't hit anybody right now. Does he get the polymorph? Yeah, he pummeled. No, he didn't pummel the polymorph. Just barely missed it. But still going to get damage on GamesX. Going to punish him for pushing so far up. Oh, the water elemental had actually died. I didn't realize that. Chipped in deep freeze for CC. But so far, nobody's really getting chunked that bad except for GamesX. But a couple heals from ZYC all the way across the map really help him out.
Looks like ZYC... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I was thinking he tremored that fear, but I forgot tremor works differently now. He's got that tremor behind that pillar way in the back, and Knock and Lock went down to about half, but he's getting healed back up by ZYC here.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but Raiteri has been literally just standing right in the middle of the bridge, doing whatever he wants the entire match. He's getting wind sheared, but in terms of having to watch his positioning, he really has nothing to worry about. He's just trying to cast UA, taking all of the counter spells, so that Chifton can just free cast.
Okay, here comes Chipton. He's actually in a full fear, and I don't think anyone has any hots that could really do something with this.
There's a deep freeze on Pathmark.
There's a full deep freeze. That could be really big, but I think he gets dispelled or trinkets and pops his reflect.
Dispelled out of there. But we're not seeing Chifton have the aggressive playstyle that he had before, where he was able to land Cyclones, because they're just on opposite sides of the bridge, and I'm not sure if that favors the WLD, to be honest.
That definitely does favor the WLD, I think. And Raiteri is actually at half health. Chipton's in a full Shadow Fury. They could get a fear out of that. They're not going to. He's going to get behind that pillar and get the full hots rolling on Raiteri, and they're really not going to get a kill with those hots on. They have to get people when there's just no hots. That's the only way they're going to get a kill.
Yep. The scary part about is that Chifton, in order to get those clones, does have to move up into the map. See, he steps forward, does get a Cyclone on a Cock and Block, which is going to let them apply some serious pressure onto GamesX right now. Warrior is going to focus charge ZYC. Does he have any sort of fear or CC out of that? There's his fear. GamesX is dropping really low. He might have to ice block here.
He
gets
has
Death
the
Coil
ice
and
block. There's
Shockwave.
no way.
There it is.
There comes NS and ice block. They overlap cooldowns right there, and shrink it from
Get
ZYC.
another focus
Lots
charge.
of cooldowns right there.
Focus charge and a silence.
But Knock and Lock is over in
ZYC.
Africa. He has no friends over here. It's a bad place for him. And here comes the Warrior with his Warrior penis. He's
Here
gonna put it
comes.
in him. They pop Bloodlust.
Uh-oh.
Fucking ZYC's in a full fear. This is actually awful for them. This could be huge. Games is low. Everyone's low. Everyone's fucked.
ZYC,
No one's having
healing
fun.
Boss, keeping everybody up. Warrior does reflect a polymorph, just keeping himself out of CC more than anything. Cock and Lock does get full cycloned once again, but they are just chaining polymorphs on Pathmark, really trying to keep him down. Playing defensively during Bloodlust is not what these guys want. I'm fairly confident.
They're just using even Bloodlust to just use it defensively to cast like peels quicker. Here comes Knock and Lock, full dots, and the Warriors on him. This is really bad. No one's having fun for these guys.
I really haven't
They
seen
need
much change in terms of the Patrick is the best health bars. Rytiri has dropped down a couple times, but Chipton has been really cagey about his positioning and not letting himself get in CC. But GamesX is pushing up, Cock and Lock is pushing up, so this could be a chance to either catch them in CC or just go so aggressive that they actually end up getting caught themselves. This is kind of what it looked like the first time. When,
Oh, but Rytiri's at half health. He's actually taking huge damage. Chipton's in a full fear. Knock and Lock's taking damage. Everyone's taking damage on both teams. Both Warlocks are low. Lower than half.
Huge
Both
Halotera
are fully
too.
dotted. There's a full fear on Chipton right there. Rytiri's at
CS, can't use any
20%.
defenses.
He's coming in. I think he NS's or Swiftman's. I don't even fucking know, but now Knock and Lock is low. Everyone's getting obliterated.
Rytiri has to run. Once the MLS started to push up, it got really scary because they could land Fears and Shadow Furies on Chifton, who has been able to just sit back there and free cast. And as soon as they started to land some CC, stuff got real fast.
Oh, but ZYC was in the back. He's trying to drink. He's having a hard time with his mana right now. It's going down so
33%,
quickly.
yeah.
With all these dots rolling on everyone, they're letting this Warlock do a lot more than he should be able to do.
Whipping out the bow, shooting the grounding totem. What a boss.
Yep, there it is. And there we go on Knock and Lock.
Yep.
Full dots on him. And there's a
Dude,
Warrior
man.
Shield Bash. Lots of DPS coming in. ZYC, 5k mana. Really not doing so hot for him. He's going to need to look for a drink pretty soon, otherwise he's going to run And there's no way he could heal through this. Knock and Lock now at half health. There's a Warrior Stun, 13k. Big heal from
heal.
ZYC.
Yeah, they're playing just the opposite sides of the bridge. PvEworksfine playing real defensively, content to sit back, not trying to push in too far for CC, even though it was really effective the first time they tried it. So they might want to think about going in there again, even though it is kind of scary. Cock and Lock that's exactly what he's doing. He gets chipped in a Shadow Fury and then a full Fear back there. This could be a chance for them to get some damage out, although the big double shockwave from Pathmark is really protecting
Oh, but
his team.
ZYC was in the back drinking, and he might have fallen too far behind. He's coming back to try and get some heals back in.
He's only 14% mana right now, too.
This guy's AIDS has promoted itself to gonorrhea.
Gets
12k, 10k,
Knocking.
7k,
James is
full
so low,
dots.
dude. This could be
Death
it!
coil,
He kills
done.
it for them! Wow! They just got worn down slowly but surely. Couldn't handle that dot pressure. ZYC was so he wanted to go for drinks, but he may have drank for too long, and it cost the team the entire tournament. But awesome games, dude. Wow. Slowly but surely, man. AIDS promoted to gonorrhea. Words of the master. Holy moly. What an end to an amazing tournament. Congratulations to Patrick is the best. Patrick the best is indeed the best. Winners of our Molten International Tournament number 4. Awesome games.
You ready to get that interview with Pathmark?
Sure.
Let's talk to the mighty Lord himself.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, we gotta get him at raid call. Do they have raid call?
I don't know.
Oh, Lanta.
Well, awesome. Very big congratulations to Patrick the Best, winners of the Molten International Tournament. Also big congratulations for PvEworksfine for giving us such amazing games throughout the tournament and being the winners of a $1,500 prize themselves. So nothing to scoff at there for a second place finish. So awesome games from everybody today in the tournament. Thank you for watching, guys. It's been a whole lot of fun commentating this tournament with you guys and with you, Soda. So hope you guys had fun. I sure did.
Are we getting an interview with this guy or no?
I don't
mean,
know.
I don't.
We don't usually, but we could. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna like. That would need to be set up, but yeah.
I'll see if he has raid call. If he doesn't, we'll just call it. Fine, not a big deal.
Yeah.
And they just kicked him out of the group.
Not 1,500 each. They get 500 each. First place gets 3,000. Second place gets 1,500. Third place gets 750. So divide all those numbers by 3, and that's what each player, in theory, would get. So pretty awesome prize pool put up here by Molten. They obviously love the community, obviously want to promote really fun and exciting events for not only their players, but for you guys watching. So they're committed to this, and today was just the Wrath Lich King one. Tomorrow we're doing another tournament for Cataclysm, and we'll be back doing more commentary for that, so hopefully you guys will be back watching us.
That was a good game. They apparently they're using Skype. They're not using raid call. That was well played. Every single team in this tournament, it's not as easy to get to where they are to get in the tournament. Every single team played amazingly. They're all amazing players. That prot warrior really showed his colors as a prot warrior. So Molten WoW, prepare your body for a swarm of a lot of prot warriors, because it's coming. It's coming.
Way. Enjoy.
It is. There it is. You know, that gonorrhea.
Oh, awesome. Well, guys, if we're not going to get an interview, that might be all we've got for you today. Let me check with the Molten staff. But yeah, we had some amazing games, a lot of fun commentating, and like I said, we'll be back tomorrow for the Cataclysm edition, and hopefully you guys will join us for that as well. Be sure to follow this stream, and of course follow Sodapoppin's stream and my stream as well if you guys want to come hang out with us, and we do our streams as well. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Is that the probably so.
Here, wait, don't end it. End it at the right time. Like as I'm saying beyond, like during the pian, you end it, okay? You ready?
Okay,
ready?
Sure, yep.
3,
See you guys.
2,